चैनल बी ब्लॉग में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज हम पढ़ने आए हैं ट्रांसपोर्ट नंबर। द ट्रांसपोर्ट नंबर इज द फ्रैक्शन ऑफ द टोटल करंट कैरिड बाय एन आयन। It is it is it is denoted by a symbol like T plus and T minus are the ratio of current carried by given ionic species through a cross section of an electrolytic solution to the total current carrying passing through the cross section. T is equal to current carried by an anion, total current passed through the solution. Current carried by cation, total current passed through the solution. Ta plus Tc is equal to 1. The transport number is also equal to the ratio of velocity or mobility of given ion to the sum of the velocities or mobilities of cation and anion. It is characteristic dependent on the mobilities of all ions in electrolytic solution, on the concentration of ions and on the temperature of solutions. Ionic mobility or ionic conductance is the conductivity of a solution containing 1 gram in finite dilution when two sufficiently large electrodes are placed apart. Determination of transport by Hittorf method. Mobility of cation equal to fall of concentration around anode. Mobility of anion equal to fall of concentration around cathode. Ta plus. Kohlrausch law. The limiting law. Cell potential and energy equation. Electrolyte deals with cell potential as well as energy of a chemical reaction. The energy of a chemical system drives the changes to move, which eventually give rise to the cell potential of a galvanic cell. The energy aspect is related to the chemical equilibrium. All these relationships are tied together. If the concept of nurse equation is used to relate either half cell potential or EMF of the cell and in the concentration of related series. In the reduction, the energy released in a reaction is due to the charge. It gives rise to potential. Maximum potential difference the EMF M1A plus M2B is irreversible. N1C plus N1 N2D, where A, B, C, D are the region to whose vary. E equal to E naught minus RT upon N. Ostwald dilution law. Ostwald that like chemical law mass action is applicable to such cation of the equilibrium as well as considered by the electron AB which dissociate into A and B minus ion, and the equilibrium state is represented by the equation AB is A plus B minus initiality is equal to 0 0 at equilibrium C1 minus alpha C alpha C alpha. Dissociation constant is given by K equal to A plus B minus A upon AB C alpha C1 minus alpha C alpha square 1 minus alpha. For very weak electrolyte alpha is less than 1 minus alpha is equal to 1. K is equal to C alpha square alpha is equal to K upon C. Concentration of ion C is alpha K upon C. Limitation of Ostwald dilution law. This law is based on the fact that only a portion of electrolyte is dissociated and ions at ordinary dilution and completely at infinite dilution. Strong electrolytes are almost completely around at all dilution, and delta upon delta m not does not give accurate value of I. When concentration of ions is very high, the presence of charges on the ions appreciably affects the equilibrium. Debye-Huckel theory of strong electrolytes. The Debye-Huckel equation provides a starting point for the modern treatment of non-ideality of electrolyte solutions. A description of Debye-Huckel theory includes a very detailed discussion of the assumptions and their limitations as well as mathematical development and application. Debye-Huckel deals with the distribution of ions around a given ion and the combined effect of these neighboring ions. And the central term Debye and Huckel derived an equation based on the quantitative treatment of inter-ionic attraction. This equation was later on modified by Onsager and eventually known as the Debye-Huckel-Onsager equation for strong electrolyte. According to this theory, strong electrolyte which exist as ion even in the solid state must be completely ionized in solution at all concentrations. If the solvent has a high dielectric constant like water, the electrostatic force will be shown further. If the solution is very dilute, the distance between the ions will be large. Therefore, the electrostatic forces which vary inversely as the square of the substance between the ions will be weakened. All the more under these circumstances, the forces of attraction between the oppositely charged Ions are other word interionic forces will become very small. Consequently, the ions will lie far apart from one another. Even on the other hand, the solvent has low dielectric constant like ethanol, and if the solution is of a high concentration, even with a high electric constant like water is used, the interanic forces will be appreciably high under these conditions. Some of these ions will not separate out complex from one another and will remain in pairs such as B, AB, known as ionic doublets. The state-type solution is replaced by the statement that the electrolyte is completely ionized but not completely dissociated, and the solution is diluted. Its conductance increase are attributed to the increase in the degree of dissociation, and used with a method it is made instead of calculating degree of ionization of electron between. However, for strong electrolyte, the degree of dissociation of a strong electrolyte is unity even at moderate concentration. Therefore, the above relationship is not correct in case of strong electrolyte device. And Huckel suggested that increasing conductance with dilution in the case of a strong electrolyte is due to increase in the mobilities of ions due to weak interionic attraction. So increase in conduction with dilution in the case of strong electrolyte has nothing to do with the increase in degree of ionization. To understand the interionic effect, a dilute solution of sodium chloride is considered. The ions will be so far up in this case that the forces of attraction between the real minus will almost negligible. The ion would behave independently of each other. Now the concentration of NaCl is increased. The ions now come closer to one another and the interionic forces of attraction are no longer negligible. In other words, the ionic mobility falls due to the force of attraction between oppositely charged ions. Their contribution toward electrical conductance decreases correspondingly as the concentration is increased further. The oppositely charged ion come dense closer all the more. The interionic forces therefore become more appreciable and ionic mobility decreases further. Dividing the Huckel derived an equation which enabled them to calculate the magnitude of interionic effect. The fundamental idea underlying the calculation is that each ion is surrounded by the ion of opposite charge, giving rise to the ionic atmosphere. The formation of ionic atmosphere is follows two opposing forces factors control the state of affairs in solutions of electrolyte. The Coulombic interaction which tend to arrange the ions in an ordered and organized structure. दूसरा numerous thermal collision between the ions and solvent molecules which tend to prevent the existence of the organized structure in solution. Carnot theorem states that no heat engine working in a cycle between two constant temperature reservoirs can be more efficient than the reversible engine working between the same reservoirs. In other words, it means that all the engines will operate between a constant temperature source and a given constant temperature sink does not have a high efficiency than a reversible engine. Clapeyron-Clausius equation and equation are fundamental which find extensive application in phase equilibrium was derived by the Clausius and interpreted by Clapeyron and Clausius. It is derived from the second law of thermodynamics and a generally known as Clapeyron-Clausius equation. The two phases in equilibrium are any of the following types: a solid and liquid. Solid liquid at the melting point of solid is located vapor and at the boiling point of liquid solid and vapor. At sublimation temperature of the solid, one crystalline form another crystalline form. For example, rhombic monoclinic sulfuric acid at the transition factor temperature of 2 electrotropic form. In general, the two phases of a substance are considered which are in equilibrium with each other at a given temperature and pressure. It is possible to transfer any different amount of substance from one place to other in a very slow manner such that thermodynamic reversibility is maintained. For example, by supplying heat infinitely slowly to the system, it is possible to change any desired amount of the substance from the liquid to vapor phase at the same temperature and pressure. Similarly, the withdrawing heat slowly with the system, it is possible to change any desired amount of substance from the vapor to the liquid phase without changing the temperature and the pressure. Since the system is in a state of equilibrium, the free energy change of either process will be zero. One may conclude therefore that the equal amount of the given substance must have exactly the same free energy into phases at equilibrium in each other. Delta Gb equal to Gb minus Ga. If the temperature of system is increased, say T from T plus to T plus dt, the pressure will also have to change, say from P plus dP, in order to maintain the equilibrium. The relationship between dt and dP are in derived from thermodynamics. It is assumed that the free energy of the substance in subphase at the temperature T and pressure be Ga, dA, and that in phase B, Gb, dGb, since the two phases are still equilibrium, Ga plus dGb. जूल थॉमसन इफेक्ट, ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है दोस्तों. नेचर ऑफ जूल थॉमसन इफेक्ट. It is presumed that a certain amount of gas is passed through the porous flux, so change in volume on the left hand side equal minus V1 work done involved on the left hand side P1 V1, change in volume on the right hand side V2 involved on the right hand side minus P2 V2, net work involved in the system P1 V1 minus C2 process dQ equal to U2 minus E1 to upon H1 explanation of Joule-Thomson coefficient. The cooling of gas in Joule-Thomson effect can be explained by following manner. When the gas expands from a high pressure into a low pressure zone, certain amount of work is done by the same gas. This is the work of expansion. The work is done in overcoming the van der Waals force of attraction operational between real gas molecules. This decrease in internal energy of system molecule, which is manifested in the form of decrease or Joule-Thomson coefficient. The rate of change of temperature with respect to pressure is called, in a Joule-Thomson process is called Joule-Thomson coefficient. The value of utility expressed in C bar kilo per hour. It depends on the type of gas and the temperature, pressure, gas expansion. The coefficient can be expressed in terms of volume of gas and the velocity at constant pressure and the coefficient of derivation of heat. Joule-Thomson effect. धन्यवाद दोस्तों, यहीं पर समाप्त करते हैं. चैनल को लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करिएगा. यहीं पर समाप्त करते हैं. धन्यवाद दोस्तों.